Hi everyone, this is Amber at the Kent Free Library, and today I'm going to show you how to paint a willow tree. For this painting you will need some supplies, so let's go over the list together. First you will need a canvas, you will also need a paper plate, a napkin, a cup of water, 2 paintbrushes, one large and one small, a handful of Q-tips, and some acrylic paint. The colors we will be using today are blue, yellow, black, white, pink, and purple. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is paint the background. And for that we will use blue and a little bit of yellow with the large brush. So the first thing you want to do is dip your brush in the water. And we're going to use the blue paint. And now we are going to paint lines going across the canvas. Every so often you're going to want to dip your brush in the water, and that will help move the paint around. You don't want to worry too much about the background because most of it will be covered up by the time we're finished. Now with that same brush and your yellow paint, we're going to just dip a little bit of yellow on there and paint a little bit right in the middle. You'll see that blue and yellow make green, so it will turn more of a green color. You're going to rinse out your brush and we are going to add more blue. The yellow color is just a very small pop of color. It can be as big or small as you'd like. Okay, now that we have our background, we are going to let that dry for about 5 minutes. Okay, now that our canvas is mostly dry, we are going to move on to the next step. So you're going to want to grab a handful of Q-tips. I find it easier if you rubber band them together. And we're going to start with some of the leaves on the top of the tree. So for this, we're going to use purple and white. So you're going to want to dip your Q-tips in the purple. And then we're going to start in the corner and just start dabbing the Q-tips. Now, as you're doing this, keep in mind we will be doing several layers, so you don't have to cover everything right away. Now, every so often, you're going to want to bring down a couple Q-tips like so. Now what we're going to do is flip over your Q-tips and use the other side. We're going to mix a little bit of purple, and you want to grab a little bit of white as well. And then we're going to go right back over and do the same thing but with a purple and white mix. As you can see, the white gives a little bit more contrast to the purple. Okay, so now that we have some of the leaves done, we're going to put down the Q-tips, and this time we are going to use the small brush and black paint. So go ahead and use your small brush. We're going to get some black paint, and we are going to draw the ground. You're going to want to make it a couple inches high, and the ground is not evenly flat. And once you have your line, you're going to take your black paint and you're going to paint in that bottom section. Okay, now that we have the ground finished, we are going to use that same paintbrush and same black paint, and we are going to do the tree. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to start by drawing a line from the bottom and draw all the way up into the leaves. Then we are going to draw another one similar, like so. You're going to want the bottom of the trunk to be a little bit bigger and get smaller as it goes up. Now once you have that in place, you're going to want to paint it in with the black. All right. Now we are going to continue with the black paint, and we are going to draw another branch off of this one. So somewhere over here, you're going to want to draw another one that goes to the other side. And like the trunk, you're going to want the branch to start thick and then get smaller as it goes up. Once you have that done, go ahead and paint that in. Now once you get to this point, you can add as many branches as you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and add another one over here. And maybe a couple over here. Okay, now that you have your tree, we are going to use that same brush and black paint, And we are going to paint some grass on the bottom of the canvas. This part works well if you have a flat brush, because then you can use the side of it. But if not, that's okay. You can just use any kind that you have. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lightly pull up black from where the ground is. Now you can see the grass is very thin lines. You can make it thicker if you'd like to. But we're just going to lightly do this across the bottom of the canvas. On both sides of the tree. All right. Now we are going to rinse out our small brush. Wipe it off on your napkin. And we are going to use a little bit of white for the trunk. This is more of a very light line. It doesn't have to be very dark or thick, just very simple brush strokes, like so. Okay, and now we are going to rinse out that brush. And now we only have a couple more steps left. So we're going to continue doing more leaves on top with the Q-tips. This time we're going to use pink and white. So go ahead and dip your Q-tips in the pink, and then we will do some with just the pink, like so. Now some of these I'm going to have them go over top of the branch. And some of them, as you can see, are behind the branches. Now I'm going to dip the pink and the white together. That way we'll have some highlights in here and some light pink as well. Now, if you want to, you can also add other colors up here. You can go back through with purple if you want to. There's all sorts of ways that you can do this. Okay, and here is your completed painting. Like I said, you're welcome to add more to it, more colors or more leaves. But here is your finished willow painting. Thank you all for joining me today. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll get back to you. Thanks, bye.